What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Welcome to the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Today we're talking about getting more money. How's everybody doing today, tonight? My name is Vick Strizheus. Great to have you guys here. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be talking about ideas, strategies, things that will help you hopefully get more money, right? If you act on these things, and we are starting. That's right. Yvonne Adams, how are you? Great to see you. Sean, good to see you here. Phyllis, always great seeing you. James, what's up? Delton, what's up? Okay, let me know where you guys are at in the world today. Let me know what's going on in your world. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to the 4% channel on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. We are awaiting clearance for us to open up the official hub where all of these shows will live. It will be on 4percent.com, but we're also going to be dropping a lot of free content on YouTube as well. So if you like this kind of stuff, you know, you will be able to have a place that you can go and just kind of watch all these things. I'll tell you this, my intention here is I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I want to talk with people that are ready to go to the next level. You know, that's what the Entrepreneur Show is all about. That's why we wanted to do it. And these episodes or these segments are kind of connected to each other, because that's kind of how I like to do things. So if you are a repeat viewer, you know, if you're consistently watching these things, I promise you will get an education that will separate you, that will help you separate yourself from the messes out there. It'll help you play the game at the 4% level. If you're just tuning in, okay, the whole concept of being a 4%er, if this is a 100-story building here, okay, everybody else is like, you know, floors 1 to like 96, okay, which is, you know, the higher up you get, the better view you get. What I'm talking about is helping you get to the top, floor 97, 98, 99 in a metaphorical 100-story building. You know what I mean? In your market. So whatever it is that you're doing, we see a lot of stuff happening in the industry. We see a lot of things shaking up, and a lot of people are trying to make money. And so what I wanted to do today is I'm going to talk to you about just some things that I've learned over the last decade, 13 years. Some things that I've applied in my business, some things that worked for me, some things that didn't work for me, and some things that I'm seeing out there that a lot of people are doing that I've done and that didn't work. And so hopefully, you know, save you some frustrations. Okay, Cancun in the house. What's up, you guys? Okay, Cancun is great. Love Cancun, man. You guys have awesome beaches there. Tennessee's in the house. I can't see you, Vic. You lost me. James. Okay, I'm not sure if what you mean by that, but we should be live. Okay, so look, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you like this stuff. If you don't care about this stuff, I will never, try to convince you to subscribe to things that you don't want. You probably subscribe to a whole bunch of other stuff. If you find this stuff to be valuable, please do us a favor here, that for the work that we're doing from the 4%. First and foremost, for your sake, you got to make sure that you get yourself taken care of, because the most important person in your business is who? Okay, it's you, right? So focus all of your attention on improving you first and foremost. Whatever it is that you're doing, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what product you're selling, first, be selfish. You've got to be selfish. You've got to take care of your world. You've got to make sure that you get yourself on the right path, right? And get yourself on that road to success, to where you're winning. And what I mean by winning in business, look, in business there is one win. The only way you measure how you win in business, the only way, do you know what that is? Okay, India in the house. What's up, India? Okay, you guys, in business, the only measuring stick is money in your bank account. That's it. Okay, it's not goodwill, in your community, doing great things out there in the world, and all that stuff is great, but it's second. You cannot do none of that stuff if you can't eat, okay? If you can't feed your family, if you're constantly in a negative or this emotional fear, right, about what's gonna happen, because my income, it depends on my performance, right? So the most important thing in business that you need to take care of is this. Because guess what? If you have money taken care of, right? If you know how to get sales, how to get money, that breeds confidence, okay? All right? That breeds confidence. Confidence will get you everything else you want in life. It will get you better relationships. All right? It will get you peace of mind. It will get you a better car. It will get you a better home. It will get you better vacations, right? It will get you more of that because confidence breeds that, okay? It's a chicken and the egg kind of thing, right? How do you become confident if you don't have that? A lot of people are not confident because your spouse, your husband, your wife, your relatives, your friends, people that know you, right? They're like, you're trying to make money again with that thing. You're promoting that thing again. And so, they're laughing at you for your ideas and all that stuff. And if you don't have that to show, right? If you are not able to generate this, your confidence is at the bottom. And so if you have no confidence, if your confidence is, your self-esteem kind of drags, to that level as well. And so what happens, you create this vicious cycle. It's either towards success or towards failure, okay? And the more that you live in that zone, it propagates, it feeds itself, unless you do something to snap out of it. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes? Morocco in the house. What's up, Morocco? Okay? So you've got to first identify what is it that you want, okay? If you're an entrepreneur, look, I'm going to tell you like it is. Entrepreneurs can never, ever, ever complain about anything. You decided to be an entrepreneur, okay? I don't care what it is that you're doing. If you're promoting a program, if it's your own deal that you're making, if you decided to be an entrepreneur, if this is the direction you decided to go for yourself in life, you have no right to complain, right? You have no right to complain. You don't have a boss, okay? You don't have anybody telling you when to wake up, when to show up to work, what to do, how much money to make, what your cap is. You don't have anybody like that. So therefore, you cannot complain about nothing. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Leonard, does that make sense to you, brother? Romania in the house. My goodness, Romania. We've got people from all over the world here. Okay? And you guys, this is the mindset that we as entrepreneurs, we need to adopt. I see so many people complaining in our industry because they're like, the thing doesn't convert. I'm not making money. My life sucks. And this and that. That brings their self-esteem. And they're calling themselves entrepreneurs, right? That's an employee mentality. You would be better off working for somebody else. Okay? But if you're decided to be an entrepreneur, you have no right to complain. Because you can change. If you can put yourself in a hole financially, I've been there myself. I've been there several times, okay? But guess what? The only person who was able to take me out of that financial hole was not somebody else. It was me, okay? If you put yourself in that financial situation you're in right now, guess what? The only person who can take you out of there will be you, okay? The only person. And so so you got to be selfish in the beginning. Okay? As soon as you start getting that, your confidence will increase and everything around you will become better. And then you'll be able to get more of this with ease. So today we're going to talk about how do you get more money. If you're excited about, okay, this topic, Cameron, what's up, man? Canada in the house, what's up? Steven Scott, remember, bro, there are sisters out here. Okay, yeah, brothers and sisters, right? My brothers and sisters. Okay, fellow entrepreneurs. All right, so you guys, look. If you haven't watched our previous episodes of the Entrepreneur Show, I suggest you watch them. My idea is not to entertain you. I'm not I don't want to waste your time. I want to share with you ideas and strategies that will help you take your business to the next level. If you like this stuff, again, subscribe. If you are watching this after the fact, after the live streaming here, you'll be able to head over to FourPercent.com, get access to a whole bunch of in-depth trainings on this kind of stuff if you want to. And then if you like this, I would really appreciate if you let me know by hitting that like button or the thumb up or whatever. That's how you kind of getting the feedback from you, okay? Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments if you can. All right, so three reasons why, or three reasons actually, why people are not getting more money, okay? Reason number one, you guys, is overwhelm. Okay, especially in the internet marketing community. Very simple, everybody knows that, everybody experiences it, at least in some point in time, right? Everybody, all right? Everybody experiences overwhelm. You're getting bombarded with information, and so what happens here, the challenge, the problem with being overwhelmed is that you are you are running on a treadmill, doing 98% of the work, okay, that produces maybe 2% of the results, maybe, okay, if you're lucky. So you're doing a whole bunch of work, you're staying busy, you're promoting, you're grinding, you're blasting your messages out there, right, to everybody you know about the program that you're promoting, about the thing that you're doing out there. And it may be getting you 2% of the results, maybe, okay? So what you need to do is we need to flip this around, okay? Flip this around. Statistics show that I just actually pulled it up right before the show, right now, 96.5%, 89.7% or 89.8%, almost 90% of people on the internet right now are making between $0 and $100 online a month, okay? 90 or 89.7%, okay? 89.7% of people that are trying to teach you how to be successful, they are in this category. Statistical data. I'm not just making this stuff up, okay? Just pulled it up before we went live, right? 89 point. All right, if we take this number and if we bump it up to 1,000, okay, so between 0, okay, and 1,000 a month, okay, we have 96.5% actual data, okay, actual data. These results are typical, okay? Any lawyers watching this, okay? These results are typical. You guys, this is what's happening in our industry. This is what's happening on the internet right now. And 96.5% of the people that you're paying attention to, okay? Your potential sponsors, your coaches, your people that you're listening to, okay? You're watching all these people posting, driving Lamborghinis on Instagram and all that stuff. 96.5% of them are making less than $1,000 a month online. That's less money than people go to work. Because somebody who goes to work, okay, they're making $3K, $5K a month, all right, working for the boss. Okay, you've got to know what your odds, right? And so you've got to know what's going on. This is what's going on out there. Okay, less than 4 people out of 100 that you see out there on the internet are actually above this. Okay, and so if these people are in this situation, being overwhelmed because all these people are throwing all this junk at you, right? Overwhelming you with 98% of the things that telling you to do, that may be getting you that 2%. It's a broken formula, okay? So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, and a lot of these people, okay, reason number 2 kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said, is wrong information, okay? Wrong info. Today I'm going to walk you through the right info. Okay? Go to work, get the cash, Cameron. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So you just got to understand what you work with, man. Like, you know, and so this bleeds into this. You're getting wrong info, and I was there myself. I'm not somebody who's a guru on a high horse will tell you that. I've never failed. I've failed more times than probably like 99.5% of people watching me right now. Okay, I failed more times than that, than most people. Okay. Now, part of the wrong information that is being propagated is that it makes people, entrepreneurs, think almost like or think like entrepreneurs, or delude themselves that, you know, in thinking that they are entrepreneurs, right? So they're going for this money here. Okay, I want to have more money because money breeds the good life, right? And but really the third biggest issue here is a lot of people are dependent. Okay, so dependency, not dependency, but dependency. Okay, dependency, whatever. Don't worry about my spelling or my handwriting. I'm not trying to impress you with my handwriting here. Okay, people are dependent on something that's outside of themselves, calling themselves entrepreneurs. And so the problem here is like, it's a mentality, right? So if I have this dependency mentality, and I am not making it, right? I'm not making it. My confidence is low. So what happens is by default, people complain. Okay, entrepreneurs, the world movers and shakers, right? The people that are that's supposed to go out there and change the world, your industry, okay? They are not taking control of their world because they're complaining, and the reason for that, underneath all that stuff, is because at the core of the issue is they're dependent on something. Okay, so we're gonna, we're gonna dive into this a little bit deeper here for the rest of the show. But dependency breeds complaining. That's why I said in the beginning, if you're an entrepreneur, it will be sinful for you to complain about anything. You should never, ever, ever complain about nothing. Lack of money, your fault. Okay, a lot of bills, not enough income, your fault. You don't have enough money to pay for your lights or your internet, your fault, okay? The car you're driving, you don't like it, it's your fault, okay? It's not somebody else's fault. You called yourself an entrepreneur. Can I tell you like it is? Okay? Does that make sense? So we need to understand, but the good thing is if that is your fault, my fault, if I don't like something in my life, in my business, it's my fault, right? And there are a bunch of stuff that, nobody's perfect. We get ups and downs, and we have these cycles that we go through, right? Seasons. There's winter, there's summer, there's spring, there's fall, there's 4 seasons. Guess what? In your life, on your journey, it's going to be a roller coaster, man. All right? Nobody's immune to that stuff. But what I'm saying to you is no matter what you're going through, never, ever, 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 I'm talking to me, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to all of these entrepreneurs listening and watching this. We don't have the right to complain because we decided to be an entrepreneur. And so in order for us to not complain, we have to become independent so that we can cut this out completely and we can say, you know what? I really have no base for complaining here, okay? Because I am truly independent. But if you're always dependent, you always have somebody to blame. Oh, it's the system. Oh, it's the product. Oh, it's it's this or it's the other. It's somebody else's fault, okay? It's always somebody else's fault for your failures. Okay, so if you're in that category, you're not a real entrepreneur. And on the 4% Entrepreneur Show, we're going to talk about what it takes to become a real 4%er entrepreneur. Okay, let all the other people who are 96%ers in this category, let them do that stuff. Okay, how many of you guys are excited about just really skilling up for yourself? That's why I said in the beginning, man, don't try to change the world. Don't try to change somebody else's world. We've got to change our world first. Be selfish. Become independent. Okay? Make sure that you understand what you've got. Make sure that you are connected to the information that will help you first and foremost, long term. So I want to talk to you about how do you, dependency. Okay, so let's talk about being dependent here. In one area, there's multiple areas that people are dependent in. So products that they're promoting. Okay, so they can be products. They can be dependent on a company, okay? And if you're somebody who is brand new, you're like, dude, I don't have a product. I don't have a company. I got to belong to something. I'm going to show you a way. I'm going to show you a path here. I'll give you a little blueprint that you can follow or at least know that will help you become independent, get the right information, eliminate information overload and overwhelm so that you really got to focus on, identify that 2% of the activities, key activities that you focus on that gets you that 98 or 100% of the results that you're looking for, okay? And so we're going to talk about that later on. So people are dependent on company. People are depending on, on traffic, okay? It's ridiculous, man. Some stuff that's happening in the traffic world right now. I'm watching. I'm like, you guys are crazy. People are, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But people are dependent on income, okay, income stream. So what I want to do, okay, is I want to be independent in all of these areas. I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to show you how to become independent in all of those areas, okay? So speaking of, first and foremost, I'm a big, huge proponent of multiple streams of income, okay? Huge, multiple streams of income. How many of you guys here watching, you have multiple streams of income? I'm not talking about multiple jobs. I'm not talking about multiple, you work here for 5 hours and then you go to another job, you work for 5 hours. like systematic multiple streams of income. Okay, so what you want is you want this. We talk about it a lot in 4%. Okay, you want to have money coming to you from multiple directions. Okay, you want to have money come to you from multiple directions. Most people are dependent on just one thing. Now that income stream could be a company. Okay, so I want to walk you through from a perspective of just like different areas, if you will. Okay, so somebody who is just getting started, what should you be looking for? And also somebody who has already got something going, what you should be looking for as well. Okay, starting to develop this, Sean is saying. So Sean, I assume you're talking about multiple streams of income? Okay, you want to have multiple streams of income. Real estate investor, 4%er, World Ventures, ride-share driver. Okay, see, Charlotte, you have multiple streams of income, but you got so much going on, right? Because if what you're doing, like, okay, so Charlotte is saying she's in real estate, right? She's a 4%er, so she's learning from the 4%. She's in World Ventures, this company, ride-share driver. So she's got like, you got to be over here, you got to be over here, you got to be over here, and you got to be over here. But there's only one you, okay? Temporarily, that's fine, because we got to do what we got to do, okay? To break ourselves, snap ourselves from the situation that we're in. And so we can talk about doing that, of course. Ultimately, though, what I'm talking about having multiple streams of income, I'm not talking about like putting more stuff on your plate in terms of projects or things that you focus on. I'm talking about having a system around yourself, and I'll give you a little bit of an idea here of what I'm talking about here in just a minute. When I give you this diagram here, this blueprint, okay. But this is the effect that I want to have going on. Okay, I want to have money coming in from multiple channels, multiple streams of income. So this could be. Okay, and by the way, all the truly successful companies, all true successful entrepreneurs, they all have multiple streams of income, every one of them. Not every one of them have those multiple streams of income down correctly, though. Okay, so take a look at Apple. I bring Apple as an example quite a bit. Okay, so Apple's got, if this is Apple right here, okay, so they've got this product, okay, that is, let's say, iPhone, okay, that's what they're focusing on. Boom, it's a product that they launched out, it's an iPhone, okay, and then what else do they have for the iPhone? Well, they've got all these other gadgets, all these widgets, and we know the game, right? So iPhone has all these other multiple streams of income attached to it, okay? So I'm gonna go super basic here. It's not a rocket science. So product, you got a central product, okay? Central product, and then you got the supporting symbiotic supporting income streams related to that particular product. Okay? Easy to understand. You got the earbuds, you've got the chargers, you've got the cases, you've got just different things related to that product, right? They've got Mac, okay? They've got Mac. They've got all these other symbiotic, all right, income streams as it relates to that, okay? So they got multiple things. So for example, in my business, I'll tell you guys, what I'm looking for, okay, you can apply this to whatever it is that you're doing. Take a look at a company like, a company that I respect quite a lot for the products that they put out there is one of the companies is Beachbody, okay? Another company, that I'm really just, as of late, have became a fan of as far as the structure, the infrastructure, the vision moving forward is World Ventures, and they're in travel. Completely different industries, okay? One is in health and fitness, another one is in travel, okay? And so I take a look at what these, billion-dollar companies are doing, and they have that stuff going on. So if you are a chiropractor, if you are a brick-and-mortar business, if you're an internet entrepreneur, if you're doing anything online or offline, okay? Yogesh, good to see you here, man. Okay? You can think, I can't tell you exactly what you should be doing, specifically in your company, but you're smart enough to figure it out, okay? So in my business, okay, if I have a product, let's say, right, and the product is my core product. So this is your core, okay? You got to have a core product. So step number one is identify, do you have a core product that you'll be promoting? In a few minutes here, I'm actually going to diagram this. It'll make a lot more sense. So if you guys are taking notes, I know this might not make complete sense yet, especially if you're new. You're like, what product am I promoting? How do I set this up? All that. I promise you, if you're taking notes, it will make a lot of sense. You might want to rewatch it, you know, and watch a replay of this a couple times to really get this down. But I promise you, when you get this down, you will immediately separate yourself, right? From the 96%ers that are failing, you will go over to the 4%. True successful, okay? Not everybody who calls themselves a 4%er is actually a 4%er. What I'm talking about is first and foremost is get yourself to be a 4%er in income, because nothing else really matters. At the end of the day, if your business does not have cash flow coming in, you don't have a business, okay? You don't have a business. Cash flow to a business is like oxygen to a human. If you don't have it, you can survive for a short period of time, and then you're done. That's it. Nothing else matters, okay? Nothing else matters. So we need to figure out how do you get cash flow coming in to you as an entrepreneur, doing whatever it is that you're going to be doing, okay? Great to see you too, Rick. Diane saying, unfortunately, you can't join the 4% right now. Right now, we're basically in a little remodeling mode in the 4%, so we're updating our site. You guys will be able to, you can't really join 4%, but you'll be able to create an account and get access to a bunch of free in-depth trainings that we have for you guys if you want to do that. That's coming up. Literally, we're like days away from it. Okay, so in my business, okay, if I have a core product, and then all these symbiotic income streams for me, okay, would be like, if I have a training on teaching, teaching people or teaching somebody, just bring it down to the ridiculous, okay? If I have somebody came to me like, Vic, how do I generate, create a presence on the internet for my business? Simple, okay? What you're already doing, whatever it is that you're doing, there's probably a need for it. We just need to help you do that better, okay? So if a local guy comes to me and he's like, help me take my business online, okay? Which actually happened just a few days ago as well. Somebody came to me, they're like, hey, help me take my business online. I'm like, do you have a website? No, I don't. All right, that's step number one, okay? For you to have an online presence, you're already doing, this person happens to be in a services business, okay? So services. So if this is me right here, and I'm going to be, I'm going to help somebody, okay? Let's say this is a service. I'm talking to somebody who already has a service business locally. He's like, I want to get my business online. I want to get more clients and all that stuff. Okay, do more of the modern marketing stuff. All right, you got to have a website. Okay. Okay. And by the way, he hired me. That could be my product. Okay, so if I'm a consultant, if I wanted to do this, a lot of people talk about agency nowadays and being consultants and all that stuff. At the end of the day, you guys, it boils down to you having the skills that you can help somebody solve their problem. Okay, for a fee. Okay, free or paid. Okay, depends on how you want to structure yourself. But for you to have that money coming in, you're going to charge for your services. In order for you to charge for your services, you can do the work once and create, a program like a lot of what we're doing in our, company here in the 4%. We create programs, we create trainings. A lot of them are free, some of them are paid. We sell them. It helps people solve their challenges. Okay, in our case, helps entrepreneurs, marketers, business owners do what they do better. Okay, that's one thing. Now, if I was a consultant, for example, which is in this case, okay, I would charge this guy a fee. He hires me. So that's my main income stream. This is the big daddy cash flow coming in right here, right? So, and then you got all these that you can attach to it, right? So you need to have a website. You either recommend it or you give them a solution, right? In 4%, we have this thing called eStage. Happens to be one of the tools that we have that allows people to build a website, okay? Second thing is, okay, for your lead generation, what do they need, okay? You all marketers here, what do they need for lead generation? Okay, Irresistible Aleph James. I like that name. Okay, so I might recommend him. He gets ClickFunnels account, right? Or Kartra or whatever. Like in this case, it would be ClickFunnels. Okay, ClickFunnels. What else? Okay, if he needs a hosting, this could be hosting. Okay, if he needs an autoresponder, that can be an autoresponder. So all of these are like minuscule, simple things that they would need to get anyways, right? We're talking like, if my services or my agency is my phone, metaphorically speaking, as a product, my core product, I'm just adding on like a case, a little charger, a little plug here and there, earbuds, okay? All of that which will make his experience and get him what he wants, you know, to do whatever he wants to do better, okay? And more complete, in a more complete way. But I'll tell you this is the model that I've been applying in pretty much everything that I've done over the last at least a decade now, okay? So I started out just creating free even free, like I'm telling you right now, what if we had this in the hub, and you guys are in 4%, you will see this actually in practice, in real, like, real systems at work. Even if I'm giving somebody a free advice, and they will need to go there anyways, I would be wise to connect myself to all these companies, because these companies can pay me additional money. It's not a rocket science, everybody knows about it, okay? But setting it up strategically, which I'm gonna talk to you, in a few minutes about the actual, what do you look for and all that stuff, is important, okay? Now, ClickFunnels alone, you guys, I'll tell you this, I literally just pulled it up. Here, let me refresh my screen. I'm not sure if you can see this. Okay, let me check this out. This is crazy, okay? Okay, see this right here? Can we zoom in? Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Anyway, this thing is, hang on. Okay, show you the power of it. Okay, see this right here? Can we zoom in? $235,442.60. Okay, $235,000 that Russell Brunson paid me. Okay, I did not spend a single red cent promoting ClickFunnels at all. I did not run a single campaign for ClickFunnels at all. I did not even talk about ClickFunnels publicly as far as like promoting them at all. That money would go to somebody else had I not set myself up to capture that money strategically. Does that make sense? Okay? And so today we're talking about, right? Today we're talking about how do you get more money. Part of how you get more money, and again, we'll get all these other things, okay? Part of how do you get more money is creating yourself multiple streams of income. I will have a detailed, in-depth program on this inside 4% that I think we might even have it for free, but I'll give you, because we don't have the time for it. It'll be like a 2-hour program that will walk you through a lot of that kind of stuff, okay? But think Apple, think Tesla, think all the great companies out there, think all, Beachbody, I mentioned Beachbody, right? So they have the workout program, P90X, and then they have the Shakeology, they have this product, they've got the gear, they've got this and that. So you can do that for whatever it is that you're doing. I want to walk you through, let me make sure that we're still live here. Yumesh says, what's happening? This is the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Welcome. If you guys like this, I would appreciate it if you can let me know if you're getting this. Bluehost get response. Yes, that's right. Session. Okay. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay, there was a few steps. So number one, okay, if in the beginning, again, we talked about it, what do you need first and foremost? You need to get yourself in the money flow. That's it. You need to get yourself to generate money so that your confidence, give yourself a little boost in confidence, right? Eliminate some of that pressure financially, and then you're not going to solve 100% of your challenges in life, but if you don't have to worry about money, you will have about 96% of your problems go away, okay, by default. In other words, you can eliminate about 96% of your problems if you have enough money. Agree or disagree? Yes? That other 4%, dude, some things that you just can't do, money can't solve. But most of the things in life, money can solve. Most of the problems. We are live, Lauren. We are live. Okay? You can have a better relationship with money, right? Less husband and wife fighting because of the financial strains. Okay? Solve your money problems. The way that you can go about solving your money problems is, again, remember, in the beginning I talked about overwhelm, okay? Getting wrong information. The fact that 96.5% of people, statistically right now on the internet, are making less than $1,000 a month, okay? And so because of that, or because of this wrong information, wrong data going on, right? A lot of people are dependent on companies and programs, and so that kind of feeds the cycle of doom, okay? So we need to solve that. So the way you solve it is first you get the right information, okay? Here is the right information. I'm going to tell you based on my experience, based on the stuff that I've done, and stuff that worked really, really, really well for me, and stuff that I've taught a lot of people. And we were able to create literally thousands of success stories. And people that are listening, they're getting tremendous results. People that, kind of hear the information and then forget about it because they get distracted with other things, they find themselves be back, to square one more than once, okay? Over and over and over in their life. Number one thing, what I'm looking for, okay? Number one, if I want to get more of this money here, okay? Money comes from two things. I've got to solve problems, okay? You solve problems by selling a product or selling a service. That's pretty much it, okay? And then there's probably like the investor, investments, but everything else will be a contingency, right? It'll be contingent on your ability to get that traction going financially. Can you guys think of anything else that you can do to get that first money going? It's like that locomotive, right? You gotta give it a push. What would be I think that the only two ways that we can get money, unless you go like do something stupid and crazy, illegal, which I would not recommend, But I think you sell a product or you sell a service. This, in my opinion, I think is the only two things that we can do initially, okay? If I got nothing, if I'm starting from scratch, and I want to get my financial train going, selling a product or service, right? Okay? So lottery. It's not I'm talking about like predictable, something that I can count on. What are the odds of winning a lottery, man? This everybody can do. Sell a product or a service. Anybody can do that. Okay? So in order for me to do that, by the way, that is different than me promoting like something that's gimmicky. Okay? Back in the days we had these, gimmicks going on. There's a lot of, especially in this industry, cash gifting here, that, people are just doing gimmicky things. It'll never last. I'm not talking about that. That stuff, a lot of it is illegal. Don't do that. Okay? I'm talking about building your real business, because if you're going to do the work anyways, you might as well do the right work so that it would feed your machine and it builds your machine without you having to go back and having to rebuild it later. Okay? So step number one is I want to find an in-demand product, and there is tons of them out there. Okay? I'll give you this diagram here, and then maybe we can dive into it a little bit deeper. Okay? So an in-demand product, okay, or service, I should say, product or service. You can massage it to whatever it is that you're doing. But for me, it would be finding an in-demand product, okay, that would solve some kind of a challenge in a booming marketplace, in a booming industry. Pretty simple, nothing complicated about that, right? Hang on, let me make sure that we're live and streaming here. Somebody says, Ray says, winning a lottery odds are 1 in 16 million. Yeah, that would be right. Yeah. By the way, if you're working, right, and you're getting that money from work, what are you really doing? Dude, you're providing service, right? So your money comes from as a result of you doing some sort of a service. If you show up to work, you're flipping pizzas, you're flipping burgers. You know, back in the day, I used to work at I used to work at a bank. I used to work at Gateway when I was still in high school, building computers, laptops. I provided service to my employer in exchange for $1. So you're still providing service. So I think any way you cut it, man, if you really think about it, I think it's going to boil down to, unless I'm missing something here. But again, this is our show, so that's, you know, I can tell you my thoughts and ideas. Okay, so next thing, once I identify a product, okay, here's what I want. I just give you the blueprint. Thing number 2 that I need, okay, is I'm going to fulfill that product strategically, or I'm going to fulfill that need in the marketplace strategically in exchange for me getting the money, okay? If I'm going to do the work anyways, I might as well do the right type of actions and activities that will naturally allow me to, by default, create something that I can leverage later, okay? So what I want to do is I want to have some sort of a value-driven marketing campaign, VDMC, okay? And we can probably say this, value-driven marketing. I'll tell you why that is important in a minute here. Marketing campaign. Okay? Now, there's a difference between a campaign and a promotion. Okay? There's a difference between campaign and promotion. So for me, it's a value-driven marketing campaign is important. This category in of itself is some of the stuff we started talking about. I think it was on the last episode of the 4% Entrepreneur Show, where we talked about what did we talk about? Like list building, traffic generation. Okay, so this will be a system that I would need to have in place before traffic. And if we have time today, I might dive into it. Otherwise, we can talk about it at some other shows, which you guys can tune into. Okay, so value-driven marketing campaign will separate me, because if I'm trying to sell a product, by the way, it doesn't have to be my product. It can be, there's tons of product marketplaces. One of the things that we're doing in the 4% here, and really focusing on, is creating products, whether it's in-house or having instruct. By the way, if you guys are watching this, I'll do a little plug here. If you are an expert at a particular skill, like you're really good at something that's related to being an entrepreneur, or in a business owner's category, right? If you're somebody who's great and you want to become an instructor, you want to create a product, okay? We have a hub, we have a platform that we'll be launching out. It's called a 4% platform, where you'll be able to sell your product through the 4% platform, okay? Now, what we're looking for, I'll tell you what I'm doing. So I'm looking to identify, okay, what are the challenges in these different industries here, okay? Different industries. This can be e-commerce, this can be brick and mortar, this can be online marketing, okay? That can be multi-level marketing, that can be consulting. Another industry might be coaching, right? Different industries. So there's these groups of people that are doing what they're doing anyways. I do not want to necessarily distract them what they're doing. I want to be able to serve them all, okay? That's what I'm thinking. And so how can I serve them? Is I'm going to identify what are the gaps, man, okay? What are the gaps that I can fill? What do these guys want, okay? That will help them. What do they need? What are their challenges that will help them do what they do better? If I only, okay, think about it like this, okay? A lot of you guys here, Charlotte says, Vic, your content is so hot, you make my internet go down in flames. I hope it's a joke. It's okay. So check this out. I used to be in what's called a business opportunities segment. Okay, when I got started on the internet, I was this guy right here. Okay, I was this guy right here that had a company, and I was an affiliate of a company. Okay, I was an affiliate of that one company. I did not have anything of my own. I didn't have this. I had a product that the company supplied. It was just one product. Okay, and that was it. Okay, so it was like this. That's it. So I had the only one thing to promote. And guess what? And the people that I would go with that, right, would be like this little tiny pond of people, of like opportunity seekers. Again, I don't care what it is you're doing. Even if you're in this pond right here, you can expand it. My job is not to, I don't have nothing to sell you here, really. I got no agenda, but I'm telling you what I've done, and hopefully you can like glean some of these ideas and make your game better, you know, if you act on them. If not, I don't really care what you do with information, you know. Look, I'm just talking to you guys here. But here's what I've done, okay? Back in the day, this was my situation. If I wanted to go and make more money here, okay, this pond right here getting saturated very, very quickly, very quickly. Take a look at right now, okay? There is lunches happening like on a weekly basis. Something hot is launching out. And what happens is this. Everybody, and I got bombarded. Like I did a Facebook Live yesterday about this. Like over the last 3 days, I've got more than 10 people hitting me up. Vic, this thing is so hot, dude. You're gonna be a trillionaire in 2 seconds. Join, because you're gonna make money doing absolutely nothing. I've never heard anything about the product. The product seems to be an opportunity to make money. And I don't like that. I don't want that. Right now for me, I'm in a stage of my life. I might be here. I'm building my thing, okay? I need help, but it's not another opportunity. I don't need that, right? So those people that are coming to me, they're trying to pull me what I'm doing here, building my thing, okay? And they're trying to pull me into this pond, okay? Because that's the only thing they've got. And if I get pulled in here, that's how they make their money, okay? And that's the only thing they can do. Now, there's a couple problems here. Number one, they're never talking to me about the product. It's not really solving any of my challenges, okay? And I don't care about it. And if that's the only thing that I have, then I'm kind of screwed, because I'm going to do what everybody else in my space is going to do, okay? Which is hammer, 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 hammer. And guess what? If I do what most people are doing, what am I going to have? Okay? What am I going to have? If you do what most of the 96%ers are doing, what are you going to have? You'll have what they have. Less than $1,000 a month going crazy. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Okay? You guys getting me this? With this? A better approach would be, okay? Better approach would be, and again, I don't know what those guys that hit me up, that like bombarded me, literally phone calls. Some people know my phone number. Some of the leaders, you guys are watching this, like think, man, think. You could do so much better. If you are promoting, in this case, an opportunity, okay, figure out, is there a product, okay? Is there a product in that thing that you can focus on, and you can tweak your pitch, and you can create this segment right here to go after and expand your market and expand your reach, and go to a guy like myself and be like, hey dude, take a look at this. Don't talk to me about money. I have plenty, right? I'm busy. I don't need anything else. But if you can show me a product that will help me do what I do better, and you talk to me about that, then maybe you have my attention. But most of these guys don't, because they're doing what most of the people are doing, okay? So what you can do is, again, identify, is there a product, in-demand product, that could serve or fill a void in other niches or other industries? Because you don't want to be tied into this one little pond. And the only way that you expand is to have a product-centric approach to your business, okay? This way you're building a solid business that later on you could attach other income streams to. So you want to have a core product that you could attach other income streams to, like I showed you a few minutes ago. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes? Okay. Now, check it out. Man, I was going on a little tangent out there, okay? So what I need here, so once I have my value-driven marketing campaign, a value-driven marketing campaign would be my capture mechanism, okay? When I talk about it, maybe I'll dive deeper into like an in-depth training on this or something like that. But then the third component I need the right traffic, okay? And by right traffic, I'm talking about people that are looking to solve their problems through the product that I can promote, which will be explained and presented in this block right here. Okay? Why is this the right traffic? Because I'm not limiting myself. Okay? And I want to identify a bigger pond. I want to go and fish in the ocean instead of just a little bucket. You know what I mean? And that will, initially, that will get me money. Now, this is not your formula to $1 million, okay? It will never be, okay? Never be. You guys, people that are talking about making millions and this and that and flashy, we live in a world right now to where it's very, 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 very easy to pretend. It's super easy to pretend. Very, very easy. Anybody can take it's easy to pretend, man, okay? It's easy. Statistically, okay, this will not get you to anything significant in terms of money, okay? Because with this approach, your initial conversion rate will be maybe 2 to 5% of the people that you will run through this funnel over here, through this model. Maybe 2 to 5% of people will purchase and you will make some money, okay? Now, you will have a little bit of money coming in. If you do this right, okay, you can get yourself doing just this approach, especially with this blog here, okay? If you have value-driven marketing campaign, okay, you can probably get yourself to, anywhere between, I'd say realistically, between 5 and maybe 10,000, maybe. But that would about be the cap that you can go, okay? Sorry about that. So what I want, okay, is I want to layer something on top of that as soon as possible. To be able to do this, I don't really have to have a product. I can go and I can promote somebody else's product, okay? This, I would have to learn how to do, okay? We talk about it a lot on the show. You guys will be able to learn it for free. In the 4%, in the 4% challenge, the internet traffic master, all these things we cover a lot. And I'll be digging deeper into this component as well. But this is not optional for a true 4%er, okay? 4% marketer. The traffic is not the hard part, okay? If you guys have watched the traffic generation episode of the 4% entrepreneur, you have seen, getting traffic is pretty simple. This will be that push for that locomotive that you need, okay? Now, next, what we need is we need to have, can you all still see here? Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, so then I want to layer this. I want to have strategic business model for myself, okay? I want to start layering some things that will truly elevate me head and shoulders above everybody else that are doing. Because a lot of people can be doing this, okay? The way that you stand out and build yourself something long-term is have a strategy for why you're doing this. If you're doing the work anyways, strategic business model, okay, have a strategy, a map that you will follow. And this is something that you're not going to just create just in 5 minutes. You'll really, again, go back and watch the 4% Entrepreneur Show. I think it was one of those episodes we talked about. Just watch the replay of that. You know, we talked about the long vision, right? Have a high beam vision. This will include, okay, this will precede your MSI, or this will kind of, not that. Okay, we got to change this arrow here. So this will feed into your multiple streams of income, because once you have a sale or not, okay, you will be able to, because if this product did not fulfill the need, okay, or maybe if this person here that you showed the product to, if they did not resonate with this product, or maybe this product was too expensive, too cheap, you know, didn't connect with the person, whatever the case might be, but he still got a need, there is usually not a single product. There's no such thing as one size fits all, right? So there could be several things that you could be offering, that you could be talking about, that you could be presenting, that you could be positioned as an expert on, which will stem from where? Part of it will be from this block, and then a lot, 90% of that will come from strategic business model, how you structure yourself, okay? That you will be able to recommend multiple and create yourself multiple streams of income. Again, remember, like we talked about in the beginning, core product, symbiotic income streams to that core product. Another core product, symbiotic income streams to that product, okay? And that can be automated, okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to have all that live in something I'll call the hub, okay? Which is an idea that we propagate very, very strongly from the 4%. I don't care what it is that you're doing. Like, people need to have a home on the internet, now more than ever. Okay, last episode we talked about not depending on social media, your following and all that stuff. Okay, Facebook is not your home, Twitter is not your home because you don't own it. Okay, they limit your reach, they tell you what you can and cannot do, say how many people can see whatever you posted. It's not your home. Your Facebook group is not your home. Okay, it can be a starting point, but ultimately you want to start layering these ideas onto whatever it is that you're doing, because this is how you get more money. If it was easy, everybody would be millionaires. 96.5% of people are making less than $1,000 a month. Why? Because they're not willing to do this. Okay? Question. What about you? Okay? Hey, Phyllis. Gary Roberts, what's up, man? Okay? Okay, and so through your hub, like in 4%, we have, obviously we have a product you guys know. It's called the E-Stage, and we created it because it didn't exist. But you don't have to have that. Dude, you can, if you know how to build websites yourself, okay, go to WordPress, create yourself a free site. Just make sure that you follow some of the ideas and things that we talked about in the last episode. Aesthetics, make sure that you present yourself the proper way, right? Make sure that you look great in whatever, like this is your home on the internet. If I don't have a home on the internet, my home on the internet, honestly, I'll tell you the truth, my home on the internet, you guys, is 4%. That's my baby, that's what I'm doing. I want to build it out, but I want to have so many rooms, I want to have so many divisions of it that people that don't have the products yet, they would be able to find a place here, okay? So if I can teach you how to become great at something, or if you're already great at something, I can give you a platform to blossom on, okay? And teach you what you need to know so that you have this on a platform, so that you have all these components taken care of, and you can go to the whole wide world, different industries and different niches, and you can build your vision without doing a lot of heavy lifting, but doing it in a way that will be stable, structured, rock solid, going nowhere, okay? And you're never limited to just one stream of income in anything. It's an ecosystem, okay? It's the MSI, it's the platform, okay? And then ultimately, eventually, whatever your dreams are, maybe you have a book within you, maybe you're an author, a speaker, maybe you have this crazy idea that you want to change the world, you want to go to, I don't know, man, maybe you're the next Elon Musk, right? But you need to have a start somewhere and a path that you can follow to really grow yourself to an entrepreneur that you really want to be. Does that make sense? Okay? Gary Roberts says 96% is a pretty big audience. This is crazy, isn't it? You know, because, I mean, like literally we surveyed a lot of people, thousands of people, 96.5%, exact numbers, are making between $0 and $1,000 a month. Let me turn this off. People call me probably trying to recruit me in a biz up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so your hub, okay? We're gonna talk more about that later. But you need to have a home on the internet. If you don't have a home on the internet, you're homeless. Okay? Homeless people, they're always with their hand out. Give me a buck. Feed me. I'm hungry. I'm starving, right? You're always dependent on something. Goes back to the thing that we talked about in the beginning, dependency. One of the 3 biggest issues why people are not having more money is because they're dependent, okay? Having your hub will allow you to have this on your hub, will allow you to have this on steroids, okay? And then everything you do is going to be centered and circles around you. And eventually, you guys, this is how you get to freedom. Okay? That's what everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants to be here. Everybody's talking about it. Okay? Everybody is posting about living the lifestyle of freedom, living the free, the lifestyle of their dreams and having no money issues and all that stuff. But very, very, very few people actually get here, truly get here, because they don't understand this, they don't understand this, they don't understand this, they never take the time to develop this. They're just focusing on getting this. Not even product centric, dude. Okay? How many of you guys want freedom here? Like true freedom. Like, I'm not talking about making a buck today so that you can feel good about somebody joined you because that's the only thing you've got, right? If that's what you're doing, dude, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Just think, how can you expand it? And the only way that you can expand it, the only way that you can immediately stand out without really changing much is this. Identify. Is there a product that you can promote from whatever it is that you're doing that can be, where you can go wider with an audience for it, and that could actually fulfill the need? Because where everybody else, when there's a launch, and everybody else is screaming like it's happening to me right now, join, become a trillionaire in 2 seconds. And I've got leaders hitting me up, and I've got people that are literally dead broke or trying to make $1 hitting me up with the exact same message. There's no difference. How are you gonna stand out? How are you gonna win in the space that you're competing with? And if everybody in your space is doing that, you see what the problem is. Okay? That's why we call it the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Talk about ideas and strategies that help you become the 4%er. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to continue with these episodes. If you guys are watching this, if this is the first episode you just tuned into, okay, take a look at, I threw a lot of information at you here. Something to think about, right? So definitely let this marinate in your head. Just really take a look at what you're doing. Maybe this could be your action, item for after the show. Is take a look at whatever it is that you're doing and be honest with yourself. Dude, what do you need first? You need to make money. Then step number 2 is understand where the money is going to come from, long-term, stable, scalable, growing. The only 2 sources, services or selling a product. That's it. I'm talking long-term, I'm talking legal, I'm talking stability. The only 2 sources. Okay? Identify. What product are you selling? Now, start looking at your business around that concept, and then think, how can you stand out in selling that product? And then what you do is keep tuning into the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Go to 4percent.com, check out what we've got there for free trainings. If you resonate with this idea, man, I'm looking to create a network and network with and collaborate with. We're in the business of collaborations here. 4%, we want to collaborate with winners. We want to collaborate with people that are visionaries, that want to go somewhere. We want to help you get wherever it is that you want to go. We want to help you get the money that you want, doing the things that will help you build stable business so you will never have to rebuild. And we're looking to build an empire with you, together. Win, 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 win. A whole bunch of winners coming together. Developing winners. People that will be truly movers and shakers of industries. Everybody's floating here, doing whatever the masses are doing. If you're doing what the masses are doing, dude, you're floating in the same bucket. Elevate yourself, okay? Be the star of your industry, not by showcasing how much money you can make every 2 seconds. Serve with the products to the masses, fulfill the need. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. And remember, strive to be a 4%er. I'll see you.